Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another monthly reading for September 2023. This is for Capricorn. Oh, I didn't even ask him. We're at double six. Of course, the devil. Capricorn, you have Father Time on your hands. You have Father Time in your back. Saturn is here to say that Six of Cups, that indulgence in love. I know another sign got the same thing, indulgence in love. Is an ego trip. There is a victory. For some, it is winning over love, in the sense where you overcome certain addictions and indulgences or overindulgences. You overcome it. You are able to curb certain behaviors, and this is all dealing with nostalgia from your past, where sorry, I thought I had a sneeze coming. Oh, there's allergies around. Just trying to catch my breath here. Sorry about that. Okay, overcoming old addictions. But this is relating to love, so it's old loves that are either coming back around, or you're going into remembering and indulging in the memory, meaning that you're missing something from the past and you want to have it again, but then you're realizing that this is the future, and I'm going into the future, so I need to get over and get past those old loves or those old addictions or those memories of indulgence. I mean, take it as it resonates, because it's all based on disappointments. Like, you're remembering and then you're indulging in the memory, and you're getting over that. You're getting past that because you know the truth and you're standing in it. You see, you have the strength. You have the strength to stand in your truth, and when I say stand in your truth, like really face the past and the disappointments and the work. Yeah. For some of you, it was work. This is where you're going off from either financial into personal. So in work, you were disappointed, so you're not getting what you loved as a career, or you're recognizing that your efforts in work, the jobs that you've done, it's bringing up old memories. You see, but then you're getting past that. You're going to overcome it. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into the beginning. I didn't even ask anything here, and I got the message. So for Capricorn, it's serious. It's you're serious about giving up something to make room for something else, naturally. But it is to do with either your work life or your emotional, like your relationships, your personal relationships. You are giving up something, and this is personal to you. So as a Capricorn, you would know what it is that you need to give up, or you are already in the motion of giving it up, and this is a confirmation that you're doing that. And you're going to go off into smooth waters. Get that communication going. And we have the Knave of Pentacles with the Lovers. So you're being guided, divinely guided, and because of your experience, because of the past, because of those memories, because of all of those experiences you've gone through, it's bringing you leaps and bounds into the future, and your focus is on work and taking action. So there's a leadership quality that's coming up. Again, that comes back with the victory card, where you get to take the role, the leadership role. And here we have the king again, this king of swords with the six. So there's a seven of swords that's fractured here, but that just means that you have plans, new plans, you're strategizing, but you're doing it through communication. You're talking, you're in a commitment, or talking about a commitment, or wanting to get into a commitment, to end a cycle. Again, divinely guided. So it's either you're going into love, you're changing positions at work, I mean, this is everybody, anybody, take whatever resonates with you, but there is that change that's coming, and it's being guided by spirit. So you're being open to your own truth, and you're accepting the healing that spirit is bestowing on you because of that recognition. Again, this is all to do with Pluto. It's a generational thing. So people who are being born now are going to have that strength in communication, especially but especially the Capricorns that are coming into this plane now at birth. Have strong communication skills. But you're developing yours, and you're healing it. If it is that you were a good communicator and all of a sudden you fell out, you stopped talking, or your communication wires were crossed with others, you feel that you're not able to speak, so you've been in a silence for quite a while. You've let go. Well, now you're going to start talking again, and that's for a few of you. I mean, you know who you are when you hear this. You'll either recognize that you've been in a mode of loss, regret, very emotional. Your loss, again, dealing with a mother, losing something in motherhood. So either you've lost a child or you've lost your mother, but there is that sense of change coming through emotionally, especially with communication. That independence, there it is, not wanting to be independent anymore, wanting to get into a relationship for some. Again, the truth, this king is very prominent for this reading. Apparently, again, this is all about communication. So strong Aquarius, if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart that's it's prominent in your chart, it is to do with your sense of communication. Okay, you will speak. I feel very chatty on this read already, and I haven't even started yet. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Again, we have this disappointment that it's a disappointment in ego. It's a disappointment in work, commitment to work, commitment to make, it's commitment to build. There's a disappointment there. You know where that's coming from. If it's an ego, someone's ego is overbearing, and it's where the disappointment is with that commitment for work or that commitment to build a relationship. You're being disappointed. You're going to get a no, I don't want, or you're not going to be communicated to about a relationship. Like if you're expecting someone to come to you and say, well, I'm interested, you've been listening to a bunch of readings and you keep hearing that positive flow of, well, they're coming, you're gonna get, it's gonna happen, you're gonna get that relationship. Well, I'm here to say that somebody isn't. Somebody is going to be very disappointed with a commitment or a relationship. Again, it's work related, or it is in through work there was a disappointment in a relationship. You know who you are. Because of work, your relationship has suffered or will suffer. What is the important messages for Capricorn for September 2023? Thank you, Spirit. Again, the Tower is going to come down, but there will be satisfaction. Standing in your ego. Okay, so the Tower coming down, again, it's not linking directly with the last little bit that fell out there, but that's for some. In this little bit here, we have satisfaction, standing in your integrity. So getting your just desserts, in other words. Standing up and being a leader, coming into taking that leadership role, standing and being grounded, and putting your effort, or knowing that the direction you want to go in, and you going with it because you're standing in your integrity to take back what was taken. Again, the king, this king here is, it's so much truth coming. Yeah? And when I say truth, it's not just the truth. It is news. It is information. It is very Aquarian. So it's knowledge for some, where you're provided with the know-how on what to do next. For some, for others, it's legalities, where you have that sense, not the sense. What am I saying? It's the judgment call, where it's lawyers, doctors, judges. You're even greeted with bailiffs. You know, it's anything legal. If you're dealing with anything with legality, whether it's a will or insurance, anything with legality, you're going to get that satisfaction. You're going to have the means from this news, whether it is financial or emotional or personal or a new job even. You're going to get the means so that you could rise above and stand in your integrity. So if you're in a loss, if you've lost your job, if you're not working, you will be working soon. But you will not just be working, you'll be doing something you really love, and what you're meant to do, as if it is destiny, which it is, of course, destiny leading you down the path to the next job, because this last job didn't work out. That's for those of you who are working, or not working rather, or looking for work, wanting to change jobs, all of that. It's all in there. You will move into prosperity, is more what I want to say. Coming from a sense of lack or loss, or being cheated, more likely. If you were cheated at any level, you're going to get compensation, especially if it is on a financial level. Legalities are going to fall in your favor, and not just fall in your favor, you're going to get the results. It's coming. Again, it's coming. For some, there's disappointments. For some, there is positive ends. But that is how the wheel turns. And the wheel is turning. Destiny is here. Well, yeah, destiny is here. Pluto is handing out and making us face things that we don't want to see. One more shuffle for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know? And here it is. We have choice, satisfaction in choosing. You see, you're making choices because you're being led. You're led to that still waters that bring in the satisfaction. And then you will be able to choose. You'll be able to make choices rather than stand in confusion and say, well, I want this, but I can't afford it. You'll be able to afford. But this is now an emotional connection here. This self-satisfaction in being able to move forward and find that love. Being able to open the doors for, you know what, I want to be in a relationship. Regardless, okay, whatever you've been through, you're not giving up on that, because destiny says that your time will come and there will be a relationship that you will get into that will go to that higher level if it is that you want. But there is a dilemma for now on maybe who you want to be with, if you have more than one option, but you're looking for satisfaction and you're making plans because you're going with truth, your truth in particular. You will get your just desserts, you will, it's coming. But then all that betrayal and loss and people trying to take advantage of you, all of that is going to fall apart. It's going to fall away from you, which is very good because you've been through quite the ringer. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the layout is still the same as the last reading. Keep getting messages. Okay, so we have one more here before I lay out the cards. It's anxiety for I would say third parties, that passion, yeah, emotional love, coming out with the truth, talking about the passion, very nervous about communicating the loss, there's regret here, wanting forgiveness. Okay, so some of you know that either you have to speak up and ask for forgiveness, or someone has to come to you and ask for forgiveness, or not just forgiveness, but it's a sense of clearing the air. Maybe it's just speaking truths and being open to communication. I mean, taking on whatever level you are in a dilemma with right now, where your anxieties fall, whether it is a work situation or a romantic situation or even a platonic situation. But it will clear because Mercury is direct. I think it's as of today, the 17th. I'm doing this reading on the 17th, so as of today. But it doesn't just happen all of a sudden. It takes a few days, even a week or so, before you can actually feel that flow, that easy flow. I said I was going to cut and I'm shuffling again. Again, it's the same two cards. So it's that forgiveness for that sense of loss, or that relationship that is lost. You're going to either get a new one, or you're going to have a new relationship, or you're going to reconcile. You're going to make up. You're going to come back. You're going to come back together. Some of you know who you are. All right. So now let's just cut this deck here. It's the longest beginning I've had. First line is about Capricorn, the viewer. If you are not Capricorn, the cross watcher, then this is your line. And if it is that you feel more the reading leading into the second line, well, that's for the significant other. And if you don't have a significant other, then this is just people you cross, whether it is for work or family relations or acquaintances, strangers even. The third line is the outcome. I feel like it's a little crooked. I'm just going to shift over a little bit here. I haven't checked, but I will. It's just, I know I have a guardian that is very OCD, and I can sense when they're around me because I keep making the cards perfect, or trying to make them perfect when that guardian is around. And I do appreciate it because I know who this guardian is, and I'm happy that they are around. She is a mother. She is a mother. Well, she was a mother. She'll always be a mother, even in the next plane. But this is where this OCD comes from, and I love that guardian. I love her, and she knows it. So she's making me very OCD with my cards. Okay, So at the bottom of the deck we have our King of Cups. So it's very emotional. Now this is very deep sense of emotion, because we're dealing with Capricorn, and Capricorn is that earth and that deep darkness in the earth. And it's not dark as in ugly, it's dark as in there is depth. That's how deep we, and I say we because I have Capricorn in my chart too, but it's more of we are connected to the energy, just like I just said there with our guardian. But this king his waters run very, very deep, and there is a blockage here. See, this is how the reading started up with this devil card here is blocking that sense of nostalgia. It's overbearing. It's too much of the nostalgia. You need to come out of the past and step into the present, not even going into the future. Forget the past and don't even bother with the future right now. You need to stay grounded in the present. And this is where this king falls in. Okay, so let's just move on a little bit here. So the healing, changing direction for healing. So to heal the past, this is why the devil is blocking the king from coming in just yet. If you are seeking out or hoping that there will be a partnership, it is on pause until the healing changes the direction of your life, of their life, of someone's life. It's a very emotional masculine quality, okay, that needs to be tempered. And it is not so much tempering, it's more of allowing the time for healing to take its effect, because within the full moon, this king and this queen are going to come together. Now, I'm not saying it's not the same. I'm just saying that there is still time. There is still time that needs for healing to happen. Direction is taken. It is the healing direction. I'm talking backwards now. The healing is taken on a new direction. Okay? Or will take on a new direction if it hasn't already happened. It seems that it has for some, and for others it's just still coming in. It is justified because of the karmic connection that you have. For some of you have a relationship that is what we would call on the rocks. Well, this is where the turning point comes. It's either you're going to come back together with that forgiveness, or not. I mean, this is choice, right? But there is that new beginning that will take place by the moon. I'm not even going to question that moon, because every time we do, it gets complicated. So we'll start with the Three of Swords. What this Three of Swords represents, again, goes into the Four of Swords. So it's incremental steps towards healing conversation. Again, healing conversation. It's a victory. There will be a success. So for those of you who are in a relationship, whether it is to deal with a working situation or a personal romantic situation, the conversation that you're going to have is going to bring the next level in. And the next level just solely depends on where you are at. If it is a job interview, you will get hired. If it is a promotion, or you're looking for a promotion, you will get it. If it is that you are looking to make amends and speak with your partner or your partner to be, or a potential partner, then you will get a yes. There will be interest to go further, but it will go slow in the sense where you take the steps, one step at a time, because it's destined, and you will put down the burden, and there will be healing of the dilemma. whatever the dilemma is, that fear of speaking, or that insecurity, that uncertainty of, oh, is this going to come in the way I want it to? It may not come the way you want it to, but in the end you will get what you want. It's just you have to allow for Spirit to give it to you in the way that you deserve to have it. All right, so let's just see how it plays out when we go down the line with the dilemma. Let me just pick this up here, because this dilemma is healing the dilemma, healing choice, healing, putting down the burden of choice. You're going to heal that. You're going to make a choice. You have to. I mean, you can't be sitting on the fence forever. It doesn't work that way. And then the king will just move into a reputation. That reputation is going to be positive. Let's see what this reputation is all about here. Very passionate, very loving, very honest, commitment, having that courage to change the perspective and be that innovator, protecting what you love and closing off the cycle. There it is. So the king's reputation, that dilemma here is about stepping up, taking the podium and saying, okay, this is what I want, and I want it with you, and I want to move on and be prosperous with you, and I want to make things happen. Not just make it happen, but be that innovator for opening up doors to make the future work, because very productive and very innovative. So very good. It's lots of abundance to come from that combination of spiraling up, because that's what's happening. Again, Capricorn, you're putting your effort in from what you've learned from the past, and you're allowing Spirit to take the lead and say, okay, you've been through this much, you have a little ways again to go, you're going to get there. You're going to allow that time. You're going to have to, because Saturn isn't going to stop. You can't move Saturn. So Saturn will move you, and you have that understanding. You know that. You're allowing it to happen. Well, you have no choice, but the fact is that you're allowing it, is that you're not fighting it. And there is that proposal to come. And let's see what this Knight of Cups is all about here. Oh, there's the change. So again, this is where Pluto would step in and say that regret, that uncertainty is all about what happened in the past and what you need to change about yourself. And you're doing it because you're moving with increments, okay? You're moving forward, you're spiraling up. And that regret from the past is being changed. It's being churned and absorbed, and you're seeing your way to taking what is a negative and you're turning it into a positive. That industriousness and that desire for innovation with this king down here, this King of Wands, he uses that. He says, okay, well, if things are gone this way, let's see how we can use this and make something new from it. Very I shouldn't say, the wasteful word is coming to me, so not very conservative, not wasting materials or ideas or even projects that didn't come to fruition. That is what is being used now to move forward. And that is where it's either with work where you project designs or projects, something with projects. It's just going to take on a new face. You're going to just redesign something. And this is good for business because you're taking on a whole new direction, and you will take on a whole new direction according to this. But here, for others, when I see the Knave of Cups, it's more of a emotional relationship that is being looked into for change. Okay, I mean, it goes on all levels, but I already referred to the work, so now I'm referring to relationships, and there will be a yes coming, like I had seen in the beginning when we were shuffling the cards. There will be that yes. Somebody is interested, and you thinking, well, I've lost and I won't have and it won't come. Yes, it will. Someone will come. When we go away from a relationship, it is because we are meant to. And then a new relationship will come whether we want one or not. Relationships just happen because that's what we're here for, to relate. And in relating, we spiral up or we spiral down accordingly. That's where our karma and dharma come in. It's where we have to put in the effort, and because we put in the effort, how we do so, if we do it willingly and willfully and with a positive looking to make a positive end, even if we don't get the positive end in this life, it makes way for the next one when we come in again to continue from where we left off, and from where, just as an example, that where we left off in a relationship that we were trying to get into or trying to make happen, if it didn't come into fruition in a positive light, in the next life we will be drawn back to that position, and from there with the next soul that we come into contact with, the possibilities of a relationship developing will take place. Now, that is like from one lifetime to the next. So don't take what I'm saying as, well, in this lifetime you won't get it, but next time you will. It is just to say that is how relationships work. If we put the effort in and it still fails as a relationship, it is because it is meant to teach us something, so that in the next series of relationships that we get into, what we have passed through within the last relationships help us to develop and design and move into the next relationship. That's where all that knowledge comes from, all of that expertise comes from. Because of your experience, you're able to view and see and take the real essence of forgiveness into the next relationship. You will feel it. You will feel it. For others, there will be a leaving, where you realize that this is not going to work. And you need to stand in your truth about that, because you know enough to know when it's time to leave. When you say, okay, well, I've put my effort in and it's just not working for me, so I accept that I have to move on, and you stand in your truth, and because of that, abundance comes. Abundance upon abundance comes. And it's because you're following your instincts. Again, Capricorn, you're business minded, and the richness that comes from your business deals spills over into how you maneuver in your relationships. And that's where you develop real good and strong and wholesome relationships, depending on how you view your own life. If you see yourself in a wholesomeness, then that's what you will attract. And if you see yourself in a cold space where you are alone and you're just very tediously working, well, then those are the types of relationships that will come around you, until you realize that that's not what you want, or that is what you do really want. You shift. But you will have the abundance. On what level? Well, that depends on your birth chart, what is due to you in this lifetime. But don't think, oh, I don't deserve, because you are prone to that as a Capricorn. I have that too, is that moodiness of, well, I'm not getting it, so I'm not supposed to get it, so I might as well just give up. No, you will get. You see this here, this self-love. Again, this is coming from outside of you, so that there is someone out there. There is someone out there for you. They are standing in their integrity. They are working hard and taking on a leadership role in their own relationship. So maybe they're coming out of a relationship to come into relationship with you, because there is a cup of love coming towards you. And let's take a look and see, what is this cup of love? Again, it's a healing love, which ends a cycle, with very much enthusiasm for marriage. You see, there's a commitment, there is a proposal, there is work, there is 9 of Pentacles. So again, we're going into that culmination, spiraling up. 9 of Pentacles right here. It is an ending which comes into a new beginning. Right here, new beginning. So it's repeating itself. And there will be work. There will be work for you. If it is for a job that you are trying to get into, you will get hired. If you are leaving one, looking to move into another as a position or promotion, it will come. As the truth will come. And when I say truth, you're standing in it, and you're seeking it out. You're researching. Maybe it is for the deals, the job searches. You will find what you are looking for, because destiny says so. Again, the destiny card, this Wheel of Fortune. Your time is here to stand in your integrity, to take on leadership, to be that innovator, that creator, to build on something new and have a new relationship. It's right here, new relationship right here. It's good news. Good news for Capricorn. Very emotional, your king, maybe a water sign, maybe just a very emotional earth sign, maybe a very emotional fire sign, because there's a lot of passion behind this, because the devil is holding it back and saying, you gotta wait a little bit. Too much fire will burn, too much water will drown, too much air will suffocate. Well, not enough air will suffocate, but it is a question of increments. With the moon, look for the full moon to see any kind of change or any inclination of some change, whether it is a call for an interview or some form of communication with a potential partner. All right, let's take a look at the 7 of Pentacles here, and we'll take an oracle message following, because it's all related to job and relationship, and it's very, very easy to see that you're making new plans. See this from the past projects or patience in itself, because the Queen is very patient here, wanting to take on a new direction. There's everything new coming. Okay, everything new coming. Now, coming from a sense of lack, that she misses someone here. She's missing someone. She's been patient, hoping that things will change, and wanting to step into, this is what I want to do, and I really wish I had the means to do it, because this is what it's saying here, that the patience to be productive and to make and build a business, for example, because this is what it looks like, that some of us have been patient, have been waiting. Our plans are already on paper. We're just looking for the means, because we're missing that we're lacking finance, some of us, to go through with our plans, and it's going to take a while, but it's coming. That reciprocity is coming. See, you're going to get, there's abundance coming. There's abundance coming. Whether it is from the legal aspect, where it is through the courts, you're divorced and you're getting your alimony, or your business in itself, you're starting to pick up, or you're looking to get support, it's coming. You will get it. You will get it. But there you are feeling like you're not going to get it because you haven't been able to supply, or your supplies are low, or your ability to supply is very low. And you will get that satisfaction. Going into love, there is a confusion about satisfaction for some. But that will change because reciprocity is here, and it is all about working it out. It's a mental thing. So the plans for some, it's all about that missing funds that will come. It's going to come slowly, but it will come. And then there are others who want to go into a relationship, but they're confused as to what the satisfaction will be for them. And it's working on it through mental turmoil here. There's a bit of I say confusion. It's not so much confusion, but the confusion is in the choice, what to choose. And I have so many to choose from that I don't know what to choose. And the satisfaction is confused because you're not sure. There's a lot of, but this will pass. It's mental thinking here. This is from earlier. Bringing in the balance, leaving a relationship, moving on, walking away from confusion, because this is what I see here. Some of us are just not queens here. Take it as it resonates. You don't want to be in a confused state of a relationship. So you're going to take yourself up and move and stand up on your own, bringing in the balance, communicating. Yeah, bringing in the balance for third parties, anxiety. You've had enough. You're fed up with all of that nonsense. All right, so for some, it's just a question of when I will walk away because of this sense of lack. For others, it is to wait. Waiting will pay off and bring in what you were missing will come. And again, for others, it is a question of standing up and not allowing confusion to step in and bring you down. You're gonna take that leadership role and move away. You spend time with yourself. You need to go on your own. You will follow because you're being guided either into a relationship or out of a relationship, but you will follow the instinct, and the instinct is to allow spirit to lead you, and you will do it. All right, let's take an oracle message here. It's a lot of messages. Even I am like, I can't go over them. You'll have to play it back. It's too many messages for me to recap. But all in all, you're being guided. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing. What you think is not working in your favor actually is working in your favor. Spirit is making sure that any stoppages that are happening, they're meant to give you that time to get accustomed to the change that's coming your way. And you can take that however it resonates with you. If you're feeling blocked and stopped, it is because you need that time. And you just need to focus on yourself. Give yourself that space that you know you need. And if you're feeling it emotionally, if you're feeling like you can. Spirit says so. You stand in your integrity. And that's probably why you have to take the time out, so you can recognize that you have a reputation of good standing integrity. All right, let's see. What is the oracle message for this reading for Capricorn? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, no place like home is in the reverse, a never-ending story. So we're still going through that turmoil. We're still going through those hiccups, that difficulty, the dilemma, that sense of confusion, that mental turmoil. It's still going on. And for most of us, it will still take another week or so before we can come out of it. I mean, I'm saying that as a general, in general. If you are waiting for news, then the news has still yet to come, and patience is still required. So let's see the 50, no place like home, in reverse. The Capricorn. If we're at the 50 now, we were at the 49. That was observer. So we were looking forward to something. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. So we were looking at things in the true light. And then what happened? The 50, no place like home. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So you're not feeling like you belong. You're not feeling like you are in a place that you can be comfortable. And this is why you're feeling like you need to leave, or you're in a state of I don't know where I'm going to go, and I'm worried about getting work, or I'm worried about the relationship, or not having a relationship, or getting into a relationship, or not having a relationship. You're in that no man's land. But let's see the protection on that. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures. That's why the devil has that hold on the past. Because there's that love, or that connection for love in the past is overindulgence. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things that you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. And there it is. That shift is what we need to allow Spirit to help us, so that we can see things differently, so that we can make different choices, and give ourselves that difference that we know we need, because we are in that stalemate position. All right, let's see the never. And this one opened up, a leg up. So Spirit is going to help us here. Spirit is going to make it so, and it's already seen here with the integrity, giving you time. That devil here is. You see this emotional depth being stopped, because it's to come. This is to come. That deep sense of emotion is to come. And before that, we need to get past this overindulgence in love, in past, in memory. Okay, we just read there. We need to get through that. And in doing that, see, Spirit is guiding it. You don't have to do anything but be patient. That's all you have to do. It's just be patient. Allow it to work. Allow it to happen. So 37, that never-ending story, going round and round and round in the head. Let's see. 37. It's okay, Capricorn. You'll get through. Things will change for the better. As they say, this too shall pass. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama. Okay, we'll take the oracle message on that. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, now, I keep saying now. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all that it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. That's your ego. That's where this self-love comes in. Take time for you. Stop that turning in the head or your mind, I'm not good enough, because you are. And everybody who comes around you now is going to give you an example of how good you are. But you must allow that. See, that's the dilemma here. Standing in your integrity can be very difficult when you only see that you are beneath everybody else. That's the perspective you need to change. And destiny is here to say that you are worthy, that you are able to stand in your integrity. You are Capricorn. This is Capricorn. Very prosperous, very, very grounded, very nurturing, very sensual, very, very strong. Whether it is a physical strength or an emotional strength or even a spiritual strength. Either way, you just have to allow Spirit to give you what you deserve, because you will get. And give yourself that forgiveness first, that self-love. Take a drink of cool, fresh love for you. Do something for you. And then everything else will fall into place. On that note, Capricorn, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.